Memorial Day weekend. At least 11 states reporting increases in new COVID cases. Beaches and pools packed for the holiday. Pictures of massive pool parties in the Ozarks. The crowds of people now being asked to self-quarantine for 14 days. As Missouri health officials also trace another potential outbreak. A pair of hairstylists who tested positive, possibly exposing nearly 150 customers. And Arkansas in the middle of a second peak. The governor joins us live.
President Trump's convention threat, saying he will pull the Republican National Convention out of North Carolina over COVID-19 restrictions if they're not allowed to fill the arena. This as the state reports a spike in new cases.
Armed and dangerous. The FBI now joining the multi-state manhunt for that University of Connecticut senior suspected of killing 2 people and kidnapping another. The new photo just released by police of the 23-year-old fugitive.
Central Park confrontation.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
Overnight, this video taking over Twitter, sparking outrage. A woman calling the police after a man says he asked her to leash her dog. What they're both saying this morning.
ABC News exclusive, ready to ride. As amusement parks prepare to reopen, the general manager of One Six Flags joins us live. The safety measures they're taking for both workers and guests, and the big changes coming to parks across the country.
And no stopping him now. Legendary Queen guitarist Brian May revealing his serious health scare. The heart attack that had him very near death, and the bizarre injury that helped save his life. The signs he missed and what he's saying about it all this morning.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Good morning, America. We're happy to join you on this Tuesday morning, and we hope everyone had a safe Memorial Day, Robin.
It looked like you had a good one, Chef Boyardee, cooking with the girls last night. We saw that.
Well, it's Sophia. I cooked with Sophia. Isabella just kind of watched, and she just ate. She didn't contribute.
You learned a little
cooking.
something on this show yesterday, too.
Yeah, I learned something about cooking on the show yesterday.
there?
That's right. I'm learning, taking it home with me.
It all comes full circle. All comes full circle. But it was a festive time for many people. Did you see this flyover in Southern California? It was in honor of Memorial Day. Vintage airplanes took flight, saluting those who lost their lives serving our country, also saluting the healthcare workers taking risks to keep us safe throughout the pandemic.
Truly important. We also want to get to the latest on the coronavirus emergency. In the past 24 hours, there have been more than 19,000 new reported cases and over 500 new deaths in the United States. The World Health Organization issuing a stark warning, saying some countries risk a, quote, immediate second peak if they ease restrictions too early. The state of Arkansas in the middle of their second peak, according to the governor, who is joining us live in just a few moments.
And we're going to begin, though, with those startling images of massive gatherings on Memorial Day, sparking some concerns from health officials. Our chief national affairs correspondent, Tom Llamas, starts us off from New Rochelle, New York, with more. Good morning, Tom.
Robin, good morning to you. Some people really let loose this weekend, and in some cases, officials are saying they cannot stop those massive parties as we are seeing an increase in cases in states like North Carolina and Arkansas. This morning, in several areas across the country, health officials waking up to a Memorial Day hangover as crowds gathered and social distancing rules washed away in pools, lakes, and rivers. In Missouri's Lake of the Ozarks, back-to-back massive pool parties over the weekend.
It was just because we've been so people deprived for so long. We go to the lake quite often, so I knew it was going to be pretty busy, but masks were not worn, so it's pretty much to each their own.
The sheriff's office in Camden County, where the gatherings took place, saying in a statement they can't do anything to stop it. Social distancing is not a crime, and therefore the sheriff's office has no authority to enforce actions in that regard. But officials are now asking anyone at those events to self-quarantine for 14 days.
I think they should have been a little more aware and cognizant of the impact that they would have.
Also in Missouri, health officials say a pair of hairstylists at a Great Clips location returned to work with COVID symptoms and have now tested positive. In a statement saying the franchise owners had closed the salon to undergo additional sanitization and deep cleaning. From coast to coast, officials trying to balance reopening with keeping residents safe. As the nation approaches a horrific milestone, nearly 100,000 people killed by COVID-19. At least 11 states are still reporting increases in new COVID cases. And in LA County alone, officials revealing ongoing outbreaks at 9 industrial food plants that range from meat and tea processing to coffee and frozen food. And this morning we are coming to you from New Rochelle, New York. You will remember this was the first hot zone inside the epicenter, but now it is slowly starting to reopen. Today, construction, you may hear some of that hammering behind me, manufacturing and retail slowly reopening today. This is all really encouraging news, Whit.
Certainly progress there. Tom Yamas for us. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Joining us now is Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson. Thank you so much for joining us. We know that this is a delicate balance as all these states start to reopen their businesses. Your state, we should point out, though, not showing that 14-day decline in cases as recommended by the White House before reopening. And in fact, over the weekend, you pointed out that Arkansas was experiencing a second peak. Last Thursday, you also reported the highest daily total of cases since the crisis began. How much of this do you think is a direct result of easing restrictions?
Well, first of all, we did meet the gating criteria to enter phase one. There was alternative ways to do it. One is the 14 days to decline in cases. The other one is decline in positivity rate. So a lot of flexibility given the states. I think we made the right decision to start lifting restrictions in terms of our economy. What we did, though, was do it in a phased approach, so we didn't do it all at once, and that way it allows us to measure and to see if we have any increase in cases as to where they're coming from. So we've got to be able to open up, we've got to move our economy, but we ask all of our citizens to be responsible, to respect the guidelines, and by and large, they're doing it in Arkansas very carefully in the restaurants and the gyms. But it's disappointing when we have a lack of discipline by a few outliers.
Again, just to clarify, Governor, do you think that this new spike in cases is in any way connected to the easing of restrictions in your state?
I cannot attribute it based upon the data at this point. Again, that's what we want to continue to measure. We're looking at it every day. Right now, part of it is because we've almost double the number of tests that we're doing. We increased our testing, we increased our radar system so we know what's coming in advance, and I attribute it to that. I also attribute it to the fact that we know what's going on out there, but when you look at the data, you see it spread out among the state and you don't see a large outbreak in a particular area.
You did confirm also that part of this second peak came from a cluster of cases that broke out after a high school swim party across the border from you in Missouri. Of course, millions have seen these images of crowded pool parties in the Ozarks, people shoulder to shoulder there. What do you make of scenes like this, and how concerned are you that a lack of social distancing could result in new outbreaks?
Well, it's frustrating and it's something that we want to work on, but you've got to emphasize that you don't bring the cameras to a restaurant in which they're following all the guidelines just perfectly and they're a great example, or in a manufacturing facility. It's to this kind of example of irresponsible behavior, and that's what it is. How do you remedy that? Part of it is re-education, and part of it is experience. If there is an outbreak as a result and positive cases as a result of that behavior, then there's going to be consequences that they will understand, and hopefully we'll be more aware of that. So we re-educate, we learn by experience, but we dig in there real deep so that if we have an identity of one of the restrictions we lifted is causing an outbreak, we can address it and we can tighten that up.
All right, Governor Hutchinson, thank you so much for your time this morning, and best of luck to you and your state as you move to reopen. We appreciate it. Thank you. Michael?
All right, thank you. Whit to Washington now. In the latest on President Trump threatening to move this summer's Republican convention out of North Carolina if they're not allowed to fill the arena. This as the state reports a spike in new COVID cases. Our senior White House correspondent, Cecilia Vega, has the latest this morning. Good morning, Cecilia.
Hey, Michael, good morning to you. North Carolina just hit a single-day high in new cases over this past weekend. And today, as it stands, indoor gatherings of more than 10 people are not allowed. But President Trump wants guarantees now that the Republican convention will take place in August in Charlotte as planned before the pandemic took hold. And he's now threatening over Twitter to move the location unless the Democratic governor there doesn't immediately agree to allow the gathering to take place at full capacity. And the vice president is now saying that Texas, Florida, or Georgia could be backup sites. This, of course, is coming as Republicans publicly anyway are sticking with President Trump and saying they're moving ahead with a traditional convention with thousands of people there. Well, you know this, Democrats have conceded there is a possibility they might need to hold a virtual convention instead. We do expect to hear from North Carolina's governor in a press conference later today. But Robin, it should be noted that he is following federal guidelines on how to reopen his state.
Duly noted. All right, Cecilia, thank you. Now to the escalating situation in South America. Travelers scrambling to airports in Brazil before the new travel restrictions go into effect there. Ian Pano has the latest for us.
This morning, thousands more infections and hundreds more deaths in Brazil as America plans to ban all travelers from the country except U.S. citizens. Some passengers are already stranded at airports in the country. Brazil now has the second highest caseload in the world, only after America. Officially, there are over 370,000 infected and over 23,000 deaths. But some suspect the real number is even higher.
Today in Brazil, we have around 300,000 cases. And perhaps we have 12 times more than this number.
The doctor also says many of her patients are young people, a pattern starting to emerge in developing countries like Mexico and Brazil. Here in Mexico, the death toll and infections are also rising remorselessly. The latest figures show more than 71,000 infections and more than 7,500 deaths. Medics came out onto the streets of the capital in protest Monday over a lack of PPE. And this morning, fresh concerns on both sides of the border. Mexico plans to reopen some tourist spots like Cancun on June the 1st, insisting proper safety measures will be in place by then.
Well, I've been speaking to a young ICU doctor here in Mexico and asked him two key questions. Firstly, does he see any light at the end of the tunnel? Are cases starting to fall off? And he was emphatic. The answer's no. So I asked him another question. Is Mexico ready to open up to allow American tourists to come back in on June the 1st? Again, without missing a beat, he said absolutely not. Whit?
Ian Panel with those news concerns south of the border. Thank you. We do move now to that urgent search for the University of Connecticut senior suspected of 2 murders and now a kidnapping. Police releasing a new photo of the 23-year-old as the FBI joins the hunt. Ariel Reshef joins us now from Pennsylvania, close to where he was last seen. Ariel, good morning.
Good morning to you, Whit. That's right. The suspect was last seen fleeing on foot in this area. Authorities say he's believed to be armed and extremely dangerous. His parents now pleading for him to turn himself in.
This morning, the FBI joining local law enforcement in the intense multi-state manhunt for suspected killer Peter Manfredonia.
It's time to surrender. You have your parents and your sisters and your family's entire support.
The University of Connecticut senior believed to be armed with pistols and long guns, now wanted in connection to 2 murders and a kidnapping.
Peter has struggled with mental health issues over the past several years.
An attorney for his family speaking out.
Your entire family loves you. Nobody wants any harm to come to you.
Police say this is the last image of him fleeing on foot near East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, walking along train tracks, wearing dark shorts and a white T-shirt, carrying a duffel bag. The 23-year-old, a fugitive since Friday, when police say he began a violent rampage, assaulting 2 men in Willington, Connecticut with an edged weapon, killing 62-year-old Ted Demers.
He was an incredible man, and we don't want this loss, the way that he left us, to define his life.
Sunday morning, police responding to another call in Willington, Manfredonia, allegedly holding a homeowner against his will, stealing food, firearms, and a truck, which he later abandoned.
Connecticut State Police actively searched the area.
I heard a loud bang. I heard a girl scream. And then I heard two people kind of arguing.
Nearby, police discovering the suspect's childhood acquaintance, Nick Eisel, dead in his home. Manfredonia allegedly taking off in this black Volkswagen Jetta, abducting an unidentified person who was later found safe in Paterson, New Jersey.
And an attorney for the suspect's family says that he has sought the help of therapists over the years with the full support of his parents. His parents now urging him, as we said, to turn himself in. Michael.
All right, thank you so much, Ariel. Going to turn now to the last-minute preparations for tomorrow's historic SpaceX launch. Just one more day until astronauts launch into orbit from U.S. soil for the first time in nearly a decade. Gio Benitez joins us from Cape Canaveral with more. And Gio, have storms down there in Florida lately, so weather is a big concern right now.
Yeah, it is, Michael. Good morning to you. You can just see the skies are gray here. It has been raining for 3 days straight, and if this forecast sticks, history could be on hold. In less than 36 hours, veteran astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley will board the Crew Dragon spacecraft at Kennedy Space Center, their destination, the International Space Station. But now there's concern a storm could delay tomorrow's launch. This time-lapse video Monday shows the launch pad disappearing as rain moves in. Right now, there's a 40% chance this rocket lifts off Wednesday.
It's either going to go at 4:33 or it's not. The weather has to be just right at that time, or we stay, and we do it another day.
Ignition, liftoff.
The mission, a collaboration between NASA and Elon Musk's SpaceX, could set the course for the future of commercial spaceflight. But with any launch, there is risk. NASA putting the odds of catastrophic failure at 1 in 270.
We try to have a contingency plan for every scenario that we can imagine, so that if the crew were in danger for some reason, we'd have an answer and we'd be able to go get them out of danger and take them to safety.
And if weather permits tomorrow, Behnken and Hurley will board Crew Dragon wearing spacesuits designed by a Hollywood designer with a rocket named after the Millennium Falcon, launching them into orbit.
The ultimate goal for us as astronauts is bring the vehicle home safely.
Now, because of the pandemic, the Kennedy Space Center will be closed to the public, so people will not be able to watch the launch from here. And if this is delayed, the next window to launch is Saturday afternoon. But no matter when it happens, ABC News and ABC News Live are partnering with National Geographic for Launch America. That coverage begins at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Michael.
All right, everybody's going to be excited to see it whenever it happens, Gio. We are following a lot of other headlines this morning as well, including those theme parks getting ready to reopen. The general manager of Six Flags joins us live for an ABC News exclusive.
And that Central Park confrontation on video sparking outrage overnight. A white woman calling the police after a black man says he asked her to leash her dog. First, though, let's head over to Ginger for a check of the weather this morning. Ginger, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. This is that low pressure system that we were concerned about for the launch, but look what it did in South Florida. This is Miami, the flash flooding there. Places in South Florida had 4 to even 12 inches of rain in just one day with that. Then Comstock, Texas, how far west Texas had flash flooding. Do not drive through that water. Today you'll have flash flood potential, but also severe storms, tornadoes included, parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin. Let's get the Tuesday trivia now, sponsored by Capital One.
Add some resistance. Sarah, your Movie Plus trial is about to expire. Do you want to continue or cancel?
Capital One knows life doesn't update you about your credit card. So meet Eno, the Capital One assistant that looks out for charges that might surprise you and helps you fix them. Another way Capital One is watching out for your money when you're not. What's in your wallet?
Get out and enjoy today. It's going to be quite comfortable. Lots of sunshine and back up to 80 degrees. Now, we do have some morning fog out there and some early morning clouds, but not going to be sticking around for the entire day. Today, the last comfortable day, higher heat, higher humidity coming your way by the end of the week. And look at that, storm chances also going up for Thursday and especially on Friday. In fact, Saturday also carrying a chance of seeing some scattered showers and storms. And then we're cooler for the second half of the upcoming weekend, but feeling summery by the end of the week.
Behind this mask is a grandfather of 14, a newlywed, a guy who just got into college. That's why behind these masks, Johnson & Johnson scientists are working to